Hello and welcome back to
What's
the Ramble,
Hello.
the Ramble podcast, something along those lines. And we're back for another one. So, does anyone want to start? Does anyone want to get something out there straight away?
Well, I think
Do
you
you want
just
to talk
about
Walking Dead or something?
zombies.
Yeah, we can talk about The
Zombies.
Walking Dead if you want. Okay, we'll get that out of the way. So, you haven't seen it, Dan. So, Josh, if you want,
I completely forgot. I'm very sorry.
awful.
How could you?
Awful. I will say, it wasn't very action-packed. It was a very sort of
No,
quiet
it felt
episode.
Oh, okay.
quiet is a good one. It was some good good points there, some humorous stuff that went on, but there wasn't much to write about.
Well, do you watch it for the zombie
It's a
aspect, or do
setup
you watch
anyway.
or do you watch it for the sort of survival social aspect of it? Because that's really important there.
Definitely
If you
the
watch
social
it,
aspect of it.
yeah, because I think that's really what was really developed in this one. And the new character that appears, I've been waiting and waiting and waiting for him to appear, and he actually had the same name as Deanna. They had the same last name, but they had to change the character's name, the last name, just so he'd fit in. So he would be Monroe or whatever their last name was. So they did change that for this, but that literally
There was some
he is.
questionable things that happened during the episode with that character that I thought, okay, how did he do that? Okay, I know his name is, what his name is, but
Seriously, mate. If you've read the comics, you will see that Jesus is a absolute badass. Literally, I mean it. He is so damn good, and he is fantastic. And this next episode, I think the one coming up, with the foreshadowing at the end there, I think that's going to be perfect. That is going to really set it off, because it's not going to quieten down. It's going to get really heavy over the next few episodes. We'll possibly get a little bit of filler about who Jesus is, maybe next one, or it just delves straight in, but it's not going to be far, and it's just going to be so damn good. Whoa, I can't wait.
I was. Did you question at all? Like, okay, he was tied up. Daryl and Rick tied him up by the roadside, and suddenly he's on top of the van. Did you not think, okay, how did they not hear him?
No, I didn't.
Really? It's just okay.
No, I didn't, because look how they tied him up. They tied him up so he could reach down.
You prick, and...
Yeah, he could reach down.
You think they would have seen him? Okay, like look in their rearview mirror and say, okay, he's still there. Okay, no, just not a care in the world.
No,
I was a bit questionable about that.
I don't know, because that guy, he's just so good, and I think that the guy who plays him really well, because he's a bit cocky and arrogant. He's not nasty. He's a straight up good guy, and he's just so damn good. I fucking love him. He is wicked. Well. But what about Carl? Who we're actually going to call Arl now, because he can't see.
Oh, very good.
I'm so sorry. I forgot to put the timer on, so I'm just going to do that while Josh talks. Oh no.
At first, when he's being a whiny bitch, as usual.
He was being an absolute whiny bitch, wasn't he?
User stuff, oh, go home. Oh yeah, grow a pair, you little prick. But the decision he made, why he didn't, kill the zombie, the walker, fine. I really liked that, why he didn't do it. It's a good setup for the relationship building with Michonne.
Yeah, I guess that caught me by surprise. That really did.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I was a bit.
But I still think the way he treated what was her name? I can never remember her name.
Andrea.
The girl. Yeah. Is her name Andrea? Okay, yeah, I'll take.
Which one are you on about? Which woman are you on about?
The girl.
Which girl? There's 20 of them.
Same age as, similar age to Carl. The one who rescued, who's with Glenn. And,
her.
Crap, I got to.
Oh, she's not. No,
what was her
she's
name?
not Andrea. I don't know. Emo.
Okay, Emo. Yeah, I still think he was being a bit of a dick to her.
Oh yeah, he was. He was being an absolute pleb.
So, you know,
Yeah, I think
but
he's
I'll,
going to
I'll
become...
cut him some slack because how he was in the end of the episode. So
I don't know. I really... He's just a bit like... He's turning back to the character that I don't like. Where he's just like, oh, I know everything. I'm such a fucking badass. I'm shot. I know everything. It's just like, dude, get the fuck over yourself.
I thought
You're
it would go down
Rick's
the route
son.
of okay,
You're not Rick.
his eye is, you know, because he can't see. He's, you know, he only has one eye. His perception would be off, and so he feels useless. I thought they would go down that route, and I hope they don't, because I don't want to hear him whining again and again and again.
Christ, no. No. That would certainly be quite boring. But what we've got coming up is going to be fantastic. And the casting that I've heard, and some behind the scenes photos, like pap photos and all this sort of stuff, is looking really good. And it's looking like it's going to be really action packed to sort of round out the series as well. So
Cool.
I am
look forward to that.
I am really stoked.
What did you think of the romance?
That's what I'm saying. I thought that really caught me off guard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
wasn't
That caught.
expecting that
Yeah, that was just like what? Wait, what?
either.
Though I did like the whole.
I'm questionable about what that romance means, because usually romance in this type of genre, it means death flags. I feel.
Yeah, but don't forget, he's also chilling
So,
around with someone he doesn't normally chill around with either.
True. Yeah.
I like how we're having to be so cryptic just so Dan.
I know.
We're trying not to ruin
I don't
it
want
for
to
Dan.
spoil it.
Yeah,
I know you're doing very well, thank you.
Oh gosh.
but
Good.
it did really catch me off guard. And the memes, dear God, the memes have been fantastic. Over the week, I have spent quite a lot of time on the subreddit, and fuck me, there are some funny ones. And if you go follow, there's a Herschel Green account.
Right.
He said, I'd much rather have my eye blown out than my head cut off. he's going through them, and they've been fantastic. They are really funny, and I really recommend checking them out. I think it's on my Twitter somewhere. I might retweet something of his later so you can see, but it's fantastic.
Yeah,
It's
do that.
really
I'd be
funny.
interested to see.
Oh, he's so good. And because you get a load of these parody accounts and stuff, so you've got Carl, you've got Rick, you've got Michonne and all this sort of stuff. And there's just some fucking hilarious ones. Really funny stuff. But nonetheless, let's move on. Let's move on to something a little bit different. I will just say, I was going to talk about Far Cry Primal, but due to the fact that I've had like 80 other things to do today, and it hasn't arrived, I haven't been able to do anything. So I'm kind of a bit... Now I'm kind of left out at sea with nothing. So I can't really talk about that either.
Oh.
I did play The Division though. I was playing the open beta the other day. We got some videos coming out of that soon. I've got them edited.
Oh, cool.
So they should be up on the channel probably about the time this is edited and up as well. Or by the time this is up, at least, I hope. But yeah, they are. It's looking good. Actually, it's looking really positive. I was quite surprised by the size of the map. If the whole image there is what it's suggesting it will be, it is going to be massive. And this whole Dark Zone thing is going to be quite interesting to see what happens with that as well. Because it does look really quite fun. It just needs a bit more content in there. But obviously we're not seeing all of it. And the story isn't too bad. Just needs a little bit more clearing up. You know. So you actually know what's going on. But it actually does look quite entertaining. And the visuals I've seen that have been coming from PC Ultras and all this sort of stuff are looking incredible. And I tell you what, if I get this new PC, I'm going to swap all of my pre-orders to PC.
Oh, jeez.
Because...
How many pre-orders have you got?
Pardon? How many pre-orders have I got?
How many pre-orders do you got?
I got loads, mate. I got loads.
Do you got?
I think I've got about 8 sitting about at the moment. I've got 4 with release dates. Well, 2 of them are coming out like this week, so I'm still waiting on them. But it's going to be an expensive year. Because you've got Division, Plants vs
Yeah.
Zombies, Far Cry, Doom. In fact, Doom. Have you heard about Doom?
Yeah.
Obviously, you've
I
heard
haven't
about
heard
Doom,
any
but
news
have you
about
heard?
it, no.
No. Now, this doesn't sound like much, but their campaign, they are claiming that it will take over 13 hours to complete. Or roughly 13
Ooh.
hours. Yeah. Compared to the
That's
typical
a good amount of time.
Call of Duty 4 to 6 hours, which you can actually do in less than 4. I've actually managed to do it in less than 4. So, alright. It's not a huge amount, but it's a step in the right direction, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And the stuff
good
I've
amount.
seen, the stuff I've seen coming from it looks so good. It looks so fun and just so bloody gory and violent. It's like, yeah, I want to rip someone's teeth out and stab him in the face with it.
Yeah, violence.
Yeah, it just looks so damn good. What we didn't see, that didn't turn up at EGX this year, did it? In fact, neither did
No.
Plants vs Zombies, now I think about it. That wasn't there, was it?
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? I had a small booth, but nothing.
Did it?
But it was an old one. Yeah, it did. Yeah.
No, I mean the new one, the Garden
Yeah, you
Warfare.
wanted to go play it.
Oh,
Oh.
shit, yeah. Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah, it was there, it
I
was
do
there.
remember, yeah. Yeah, the queue was actually quite
Yeah,
busy.
you
for
wanted to
it, wasn't
go,
it?
and me and Kay were just like, nah, we can't be asked.
Oh, but it's so good. But I spoke about it last week, so I'm not
Meh.
going to talk about it now. I'll talk about it next week when I played it and there's a few videos of it. But, oh,
Right.
yeah, it's going to be fun. But,
Ooh,
yeah,
can't wait.
fuck off, Josh. No one asked your opinion. Oh, they've also got a multiplayer coming out for Doom as well, so that's a new sort of avenue that's going to be
sweet.
to it, yeah. So it's called Warpath. Will be like a King of the Hill with a twist. I haven't actually watched the video, but
With a twist.
yeah. So it's certainly going to be interesting. Oh, and the other one. You have two very big problems with two new releases. XCOM 2. You heard about that?
No.
No. It's come out on PC. Was it last week or the week before?
Yep.
And it had a really shaky launch, and it's still having really bad performance issues. I mean, people are crashing out of the game, and Fireaxis or whatever their name was turned around and said, "Oh, we're so surprised because it didn't happen to us." And it's a bit like, well, why did you have to say that? It's a bit weird, isn't it? Oh, it did. It
questionable,
totally
yeah.
didn't happen to us. No, we totally didn't play test our game. So yeah, that's got big performance issues. So if you're thinking of getting it, don't get it just yet. Wait until it's optimized, and there's been a big patch for it, which will probably be in the next coming 2-3 weeks at most, I think. And the other one was, if I can remember correctly, was Street Fighter 5. That came out, didn't it?
It did, yeah.
Yeah.
But I haven't played a Street Fighter game since SNES days.
And neither have I, but apparently it's big. Apparently it's really big. But they had this issue in the betas as well. They had open and closed betas. And they were having big server issues and all this sort of stuff. And they've actually not fixed anything. They've done nothing to actually improve the game before it reached that point, which is really bad, if I'm completely honest. But like I said, I haven't played it, so I think, in fact, did we play it or was that 4 we played at EGX?
I think it must have been 4, I believe.
It could have been, yeah.
Uh,
But there was chatter about
yeah,
it
it
all
would have been
being
4, I
released
think.
early because they wanted to try and get it out early for the pros, so they could do some training, apparently, for esports. But we know my opinion on
Alright.
esports, so we'll not go there. Right, moving swiftly on. Do you have any more news,
should I just talk
Josh?
about other game stuff? Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
tell you
go
about some gaming news I got. So, you both must have played the Pokemon games, the original ones, Red, Blue, and Yellow.
Yeah,
Please
Oh,
say
of
you
course.
have.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
still
thank
have
God.
Yellow
Thank God,
somewhere.
you had childhoods.
And red.
I've still got my cartridges somewhere as well. They're just classic, timeless classics.
Oh, I know
But,
exactly where they are,
They're coming out.
because I'm tempted to play them again.
They've been re-released for the 3DS, both the original, very pixelated versions. You know, all those ones back from, is it 1996? That must have been. I think
6
they
or
first
7,
came out.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's their 20th anniversary. Pokemon's are coming up on the 27th.
I feel so
they're
old.
re-releasing
Oh,
them.
it would be 96 then,
I
yeah.
know. Yeah, so 1996, and they're coming out 20th anniversary. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very tempted to. I don't know. I could get it, but then it takes away from that kind of like nostalgia feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I could easily just get my old Game Boy out and play it again. You know,
Yeah, but I
do all
guess it's for those that don't really have that avenue.
Yeah,
Because
I think
Game Boys are sort of a finicky
for
thing
newer
now, aren't
kids.
they? Because
what sense do you
mine
mean?
doesn't even have a battery pack to it. Like the back.
Oh really?
That back plate is
I've got
gone.
mine all ready to go.
Yeah, mine has just gone through the wars. It did as a kid, and it pretty much everyone's would have gone through a fair battering as a child. Mine didn't survive as well,
Yeah.
and I'm sure
Anyway,
some of the
they're-
connections are a bit bad. But I think it would be good. It's a good business move as well, because you've got the older generations that are going to want to play it, and then you've got the younger generations who are going to be like, "Oh, go on, and I'll try that."
I think the newer generations won't like it. I think I'm thinking, oh, it's not in colour. Oh, it's not this. You know, so and so is not in it.
You know what? I saw something on Reddit, and this guy had it completely right, and
yeah?
I'm going to do it with my children when it comes to it. Is that his child wanted to play games. He wanted to play the new Call of Duty or whatever it was. This isn't the one where he actually took them to Iraq or something like that. This is a completely different one. And he actually made his son play the games he did as a child and work his way through the decades as such. So he was playing he was playing the SNES, and then he eventually worked his way up to the 64, the Game Boy, the GameCube, and so on and so on and so forth. And he actually went through all of them. Yeah, and then he got to the Xbox eventually, and he was a bit like, I'm not really fussed about COD anymore. Yeah, and he was just like, yes.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah,
that
okay,
kid,
that's parenting.
yeah. Because apparently he was on it for weeks.
Yeah, I
he
think
loved
that's
the
a good idea to do to your kids.
Yeah, the original SNES Mario, Super Mario Brothers. He loved it, and that's what he spent a lot of his time on. Yeah, and it's just like that is fantastic. Because it's good for you if you were the parent as well. You can go, I've kind of got an excuse to play my games now, and he's learning what I did, and he understands the process of it, because the gaming industry is huge now, isn't it, as well? So the more a person knows about it, I think the more potential they have in the future. Because it's a bigger industry than movies.
Gaming characters are still around to this day, aren't they? Like Pokemon characters, Mario's still around, Sonic's hanging in there a bit, but
yeah, hanging in there a bit.
They're still hanging in there, but yeah, they're still all around. You can still have your kid talking to other kids saying, "Oh yeah, I'm playing Pokemon. Oh,
and Crash
I'm playing
Bandicoot,
Mario."
Stuff like that as well, because there's rumours of Crash Bandicoot returning.
Yeah,
that'll be interesting.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I used to play the racing game. Do you ever play like Tag, Crash Bandicoot Tag Racing or something?
Yeah,
Did you ever play that?
You see the pictures that surfaced on the Sony's Facebook page of the Crash Bandicoot app? We know the guy who did it. He did it as a sort of tribute. He was laughing about it, and he posted it. And it was a couple of years old, and it eventually got picked up by Sony, and they shared it on their Facebook page. It's actually Vince.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and they picked it up, and they were like, "This is really cool." And there's actual talk that it might be a genuine thing, and that's why I got picked up. So that's really cool. That is a really cool little fun fact for us. Yeah. But yes, continue.
No, that's pretty much all of my gaming news now. Should we move on to movie stuff then?
Yes. We'll get Dan involved on this one now, because he's been very quiet.
I know. I was just reminiscing. I was reminiscing about. I think Crash Bandicoot was the first PS2 game I had. I had the Wrath of Cortex. Remember that? And it was like the different elements.
Oh yeah.
The enemies were like, I think one was water and one was fire. I can't remember, but yeah, I was just thinking of my early PlayStation 2 days and how amazing it was. But
I never actually had a PlayStation 2. I had the PS1, and then it evolved into the GameCubes. We went very Nintendo in our
Oh,
household.
of course, yeah, GameCube, yeah.
Yeah,
GameCube, classic.
it was a very good
Yeah,
console.
GameCube
I've still got mine
brilliant.
somewhere as well.
I had to get rid of mine, but I have the Wii, so I can play it through the Wii, which is great.
Still not the same.
I know it's still not the same, but I'd still buy one so I could
Yeah, you can
put it
still
on my
play,
shelf
yeah.
and but it is wicked. But yes, moving on to your movie news.
Moving on,
Well,
you both will be.
Yeah.
Sorry, do you want to go first or should I?
No, carry on. Yeah, that's fine. No, carry on.
Yeah. Sorry, you'll both be happy to know that there's a release date for John Wick Chapter 2, which should come out on February the 10th, 2017.
Oh fuck! It's only a year away.
Only a year away. Yep.
Shit.
Hmm.
Oh
So
yes.
that is going to be amazing. I can't wait for that. They
That's
haven't really
pretty much the
released
Deadpool
much
slot,
other
isn't it?
information otherwise. February 10th, is that Valentine's Day?
14th.
No, 14th.
14th is, yeah. So
It's around about that
before,
sort of
yeah.
time, yeah.
So looking forward to that next year.
Yeah, hopefully it really stays true to what they were doing with the first one. I hope it doesn't sort of branch off too much.
Well, the first one was in one of your top 5 films, wasn't it?
Yes, exactly. It's
It was,
fantastic movie. Absolutely fantastic, and I'd recommend it to anyone who wants a good action flick. But yes, Dan, you were going to say something.
Well, I'll talk about Oscars in a minute because it's quite a bit to go through. But I just want to bring up, you were saying how someone was slating Bone Tomahawk last week.
Yes.
Well, I finally watched it over the weekend, and it is. I thought it was fantastic, and it contains the most violent death scene I think I've ever seen in a film. Because it's got Kurt Russell in, who looks like he just walked off of The Hateful Eight. He's got the same mustache. Kurt Russell. And the plot basically, I've done a review. The review's on the site now. And the plot basically is that him, along with Patrick Wilson, who are famous for doing horror films. I think it was Insidious. He was in. I think so. Yeah. And Matthew Fox, who's from Lost. And basically their town gets overtaken and a few people get kidnapped, and they, in proper Western mode, they go and send a posse to go and rescue them. And it's about an hour and a half Tarantino-esque talky kind of stuff, and then the last half an hour is full on gore, like full on ridiculous exploitation violence. And I thought it was brilliant. I mean, I don't. Did you know what site was ripping it to shreds? Do you know?
I don't know. It was literally, I was browsing through my Facebook, and you get titles and stuff like that, and they're shredding into it and all this.
Yeah.
It's really as far as I go in articles nowadays. It's just read the title. Okay, bye, and skip on.
Yeah. Well, I definitely recommend it. I mean, it is quite long. I think it's 2 hours 15 minutes, and most of it's quite talky. But for the violence, I mean, it's full on. I mean, and it's quite racist in a way, because obviously it's the old Americans good, cowboys good, Indians bad. But if you can get over that, I thought it was brilliant, and I think it is film of the week. It was going to be 999, but after I've seen that, it probably is film of the week now.
I haven't seen 999 yet. Would you recommend that we see it?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have complained it's quite plot-wise, it's quite shallow and it's quite dark. I mean, it's very oppressive. It's violent in a similar way to Bone Tomahawk, but it's constant violence and it's unnecessary violence. It's kind of did you ever watch The Town with Ben Affleck in? That was a heist
No,
movie.
but I heard something about that the other day. That crash they had. There was some sort of crash into the back of a car, where they were on patrol or something. They ended up smashing into the back of one of the cars. Turns out that was by complete accident. That was actually one of the crew cars. Yeah, and they rammed into the back of it by accident. And they used that footage. They used that GoPro footage.
Oh, good.
And actually put it into the movie, which I thought was wicked. Yeah, he was talking about it on the Graham Norton show. It's probably an old clip actually, but yeah, it's just like bloody hell.
Yeah, well, if you like The Town, I probably recommend 999. It's quite long. It's not as good as Heat, which I think is the kind of standout crime thriller film, the Michael Mann film with Robert De Niro and Al Pacino in. But no, it was alright. Passed the time quite well. But Bone Tomahawk is film of the week.
You said Ben Affleck, didn't you?
In the town, yeah, he's in the town.
I've got the wrong movie. I got the wrong bloody movie.
Oh, have you?
I feel like a twat.
Oh no.
What are you thinking of?
What's the James Gyllenhaal? He did that cop movie.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
Oh, not the buddy one.
Him with Michael Pena or whatever his name was.
End of
Michael?
Watch.
End of Watch. Yes, that's the one. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, I had an absolute.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
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 Well, that's a really good film. I love that. That's a cracking film. That's kind of it was that kind of found footage kind of film, and it was just filmed on the camera. Was it all camera work, or was some
I
of
don't
it
know.
Filmed? But that's directed by David Ayer, who's doing Suicide Squad. So
wow.
There we go. Nice bit of truth.
Every dog has its day, though. So you know.
Exactly. But should we talk about?
I was
the
going to
Oscars?
say, yeah. Let's not drag on for too much longer because
Okay.
we don't want these to be too long. But yeah, let's hit the Oscars. So
once again, I'm staying up. I'm doing the disgusting 5 a.m. finish, coffee-ridden shift. But I think it's quite a good year this year. I mean, you've had the whole
what channel
problem
is
with
it on
diversity.
first and what time?
It's only on Sky Oscars, so
Oh, well,
'cause
I
I've got
can't watch that
Sky.
then.
Yeah, it's on. I think they've got like an Oscar channel that comes up. Is up now,
Yeah.
and then it goes away next week, and they're showing like all the Oscar films over the course of the year.
Yes.
And then the ceremony's on Sunday. I think it starts at 12 and finishes at 5. So a.m., 12 p.m., or 12 a.m., 5 a.m. So
Fucking hell.
if you're brave enough to stay up and watch it,
Well, unfortunately, I can't
recommend it.
watch that, which is a bit of a bummer, unless I can stream it online somewhere. But
And it's a good set of films this year. Obviously, I assume you want Mad Max to win everything.
now we haven't seen a lot of them. I haven't.
No, I was
In
going to say.
particular, and
How
I
many have
don't
you
think-
seen? want me
I've
to
seen
read
what
through
is it?
'em?
Mad Max. I've seen Revenant. I haven't seen The Martian yet. I've got to get on that.
No, I haven't either.
No, that's it. Actually, that's all I've seen.
If you name them to me,
Okay,
I can
well,
probably pick
There's
them up.
hardly
but-
anything.
Yeah,
Right.
hardly
well, you
any
got
of the
for
actual
Best
big
Picture.
movies I've seen. But I would be comfortable with either Mad Max or The Revenant winning the best, because they are just phenomenal. They were perfect. But go through a list, and we'll just say names of who we like.
Well,
and...
obviously, I've been doing like updates on the site for the categories, and I've kind of put things that have been missed, what films have been missed. So the big ones like Sicario, I think, should have been nominated for Best Picture. It's a shame that Straight Outta Compton, like that didn't get nominated at all for anything. I think it's up for
It's got best
screenplay,
soundtrack, doesn't it, or something as well?
but is it? I mean, the soundtrack's brilliant anyway. It's NWA.
Yeah, can't beat it, really, can you?
But exactly. But so yeah, for Best Picture, let's have a look. We've got The Big Short, which was that financial crash movie with Christian Bale and Steve Carell in, which I thought was quite good.
That's got
And Ryan Gosling, yeah.
Ryan Gosling and stuff in as well. I know it's quite a big cast in that, isn't it?
Yeah, it was good. It was kind of like a comedy slash drama about the Wall Street, not Wall Street, about the financial crash a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
And it was
that did
it was
look quite
okay.
good.
It was a bit confusing, and it had these strange kind of interludes of famous people like coming up and explaining the crash. So you had a scene of Margot Robbie sitting in a bath, and then telling the screen, breaking the fourth wall, and then telling the audience about the plot, and it was rather strange.
Oh,
And then the next one is Bridge of Spies, a Steven Spielberg Cold War thriller, which I thought was
that's
solid.
Tom Hanks, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, and that was good. I enjoyed that. And then it's Brooklyn, which I really enjoyed. Saoirse Ronan, Irish-American drama, romancy thing. And then it's Maddie Max, Fury Road, which I think all of us really enjoyed.
Oh yeah.
We did, yeah.
If
And
you
then
didn't
after
enjoy
The
that,
Martian.
you have something wrong with you. It's as simple as that gets.
Yeah.
You're
I
not
think no
well.
one expected it to be amazing, though. I think no one expected it, and as soon as it came out, I think it blew everyone's mind away. It was just mad.
I hope that wasn't the
So yeah,
pun.
apart from that, that was trying to be a pun.
Trying. Please, just let
I
this one slip on. No, that was
And then
a pretty good
you got
movie.
The Martian. The Martian. Did anyone see The Martian?
No.
I haven't yet. I need to get on that.
Yeah, Kay's
Well,
been
it's
pestering
better
me
than
about it.
It's a better film than The Counselor in terms of Ridley Scott filmography. So there you go.
Are you saying it's
up
bad?
there. Well, it's not bad. I didn't think it's
Okay.
Oscar
Because The
nomination
Counselor
worthy.
is literally a cancer, and I hate it. It still makes me angry.
Jesus Christ.
I was so hyped for that movie. I was really excited for it, and I couldn't stop talking about it for months. And then it came out.
We need to get over your hate.
Oh, it just dear God, it's like my hate for James Franco. It's just really, really extensive.
Well,
Oh,
I'm sure. Well, Ridley's got. I mean, The Martian's good. It probably is his best film in a while. But yeah, one film that shouldn't be hated is The Revenant, which I think will win Best Picture. I think it's kind of odds on to win it this year.
Yeah, it was doing well in the SAG Awards or whatever it was called,
Yep.
wasn't it, as well? So
Yeah, and I think it won it at the BAFTA as well. BAFTAs. So
yeah.
I mean, I don't want it to win. I want Spotlight to win. I think Spotlight is the best film in the nominations.
Which one's that?
It's the drama about the Boston Globe discovery into the sex abuse claims.
Files, yeah.
Yeah, which I thought was brilliant. I think it's probably the best film in the Best Picture. But like Whiplash
it's quite a
last
controversial
year,
one, isn't it? Yeah.
yeah, I don't think it's going to win. I think Revenant is more the splashy kind of look at me film. And then the last one is Room, which I also really enjoyed. So a good kind of collection of films there. I think it's probably the best.
Yeah.
There's a few they've missed out.
If I'm honest,
I mean,
Room
Sicario should have
wouldn't
been
be
there.
my sort of thing to watch. But if I was to watch Sicario, knowing you, I would probably love it because it's right up my street in general.
Oh
But,
yeah,
that
it's
would quite
proper
easily-
hard-edged
Yeah.
cartel. Yeah, it was really, really good, and I'm surprised it's not been nominated. But oh well. Same with Straight Outta Compton. That was a fantastic film. I don't know why that wasn't put in any for awards.
That is, yeah. I think that's one of the reasons it caused that whole Black Rights movement again with the Oscars. I
Yeah.
think that's one of the reasons because that was huge. That really was. But we haven't got long, so let's move on to the final two categories we'll talk about, and that will be actors and actresses.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I really want Michael Fassbender to win for Steve Jobs, but I don't think he will. I think Leonardo's going to win because I think he's kind of. Well, he hasn't. He probably does deserve it for The Revenant because he does cut open a horse and sleep in it and cries a bit and gets skinny. So that's kind of an
Cries a
Oscar.
bit.
That's an
He
Oscar
cries a
baiting
bit. He
performance.
deserves it. He's
It's not,
crying.
yeah, it's not my favourite performance of his,
No, it isn't of mine either.
but he has been snubbed year on year on year,
yeah,
which is like a piece of shit because he deserved it for Django. It's like Django,
Yes,
he
he
should have
did
got
indeed.
that. It was a right piss take, but hopefully this year he nails that. I really do hope he nails that because Michael
yeah,
Fassbender is
he
just
probably will.
he varies so much. There's not a constant to him, if you know what I mean. While when it comes to Leonardo DiCaprio, you can expect a degree of quality, and you can expect that movie is going to be bloody good because he's got a very good taste when it comes to that as well.
Apart from Titanic.
Hey, Titanic wasn't bad. Come on, it's one of the biggest grossing movies in the world. It's got to be good
I
if it was
know.
that.
Yeah, but so's. I'm trying to think of a bad.
Avatar.
Okay. Yes.
worry, I've done it for you.
I kind of. Yeah.
By the same
Thank you,
director.
thank you. Yeah, of course it is James Cameron, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as for actress, I think odds on is Brie Larson for Room, and I think that's probably I'd probably agree with that. I think she's really good in it. But I would have nominated Emily Blunt for Sicario just because I love Sicario. But hey ho, I'm not part of the Oscars.
We should be, Dan. We should be.
We should be.
Yeah,
Our film
totally.
selection would be much better.
Exactly. You know what? Let's do it. We'll just make our own. We'll make our own.
Let's do it. Yeah, I reckon
Yeah.
we should. I reckon we should hire out some
We'll
place.
call it. We'll even
We should
call
ho-
it the Black
we
Ribbons,
host
and
it.
what we'll do is we'll have a big ass black ribbon and that will be the prize.
I like that. The black ribbons.
Yeah. And the carpet is
I'm
not a
up for
red
that.
carpet, it's a black one. With
Oh my
light
God,
blue lines,
yes.
like hemmings. Yeah. See, I'm already on it. I've literally already planned this. While we've been talking, I've already booked a
place and
venue.
everything.
Yes. I've been talking
for
to
it.
Leo. He's not coming.
What would you give as awards? Just bits of ribbon?
That's what I'm saying. It would be a big black ribbon. It would be moulded into some sort of
okay.
shape, but it would be, not like you walk out with like a big roll of like ribbon and just go, there you go, mate.
Okay.
Thanks for turning up. It would be a
Enjoy
bit
that,
like Top Gear. It would be a bit like Top Gear with the cock. You know, that they handed out at the end of the year for the best car, or the worst car, or whatever it was. They had the golden cock. No one remember that? Is that just me?
No, I think
No, I don't
think you're in a
remember
different
that.
world. No.
I remember it. I remember it fondly. But we are past our time. We've breezed
Fondly,
past
eh?
our time again. Fuck off, Josh. You sick bastard. I hate you. But yes, we're going to call it there. But I hate you. I really do. I'm going to stick... Note to self. Stick a picture of it in. Stick a clip or something of it in just so Josh can see it.
I think you're lying.
I'm not lying. It was in there.
I
You
don't
know they
wanna
did
see
the
it.
award shows at the end of the year, and they were like saying this is the best car of the year, this is what we hated, and all this sort of stuff. And they had the Golden Cock Award or whatever it was, the Golden Cockerel. And it was that tiny little figure. Yeah.
I'll just go
Okay,
with it.
take your word for it.
Okay,
Well,
take it. Yeah.
thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this, and if you want to know any of the links or anything we've spoken about today, go in the comments down, the description down below. You'll find it all there. But thank you very much for watching, and we shall see you next time. Doodles.
Goodbye.
Bye.